Welcome back, guys. Well, what can I say? I'm out here on my ones today. It is a midweek session. It is a Wednesday, so won't be fishing mega late, but we are out for a while. Oh, there's wasps everywhere down here, so I'm probably going to get stung during this one. But yeah, it is what it is. So we are down. You join me today on the South Devon coastline. It's one of my favourite rock marks. It's got a lot of names, but I call it Devil's Armchair because that's what my granddad used to call it. I actually bumped into him in the shop the other week when I was off fishing, and he was talking about how he watches my videos and stuff, so it reminded me about it. So yeah, just finished work, took the climb down the rocks. I don't advise coming down here, especially on your own, just because, you know, it is a bit treacherous, especially when it's been raining. I wouldn't even come down here when it's been raining. Well, yeah, especially not on my own, but we have come down here. We are going to try it. This, like I said, it is one of my favourite marks, not just because of where it is and how close it is to my house, just because of the views here are incredible. So if you do get the chance to fish it, and you are an angler that likes to climb rocks, you know, it's not unclimbable, do you know what I mean? You can climb it, it is quite easy, but if you're not very good on your feet and things like that, I wouldn't advise coming down here. Obviously today we'll be fishing the famous pulley pennel, as always. We're also going to use the loop rig as well. Yeah, we're going to go with the loop rig. I was going to do a Turk flapper, but just for a bit more distance, we'll fish the loop rig. I'm going to fish small sand eels, small sand eel on each hook on the loop rig, and a big squid bait, big squid and bluey bait on the pulley pennel, and see if we can get us a nice huss, or I don't know, maybe even a ray. I have heard of them coming off here, not in numbers, nothing massive, but yeah, you do get it. Where we are, because we're quite far out, the tide lines are really close. So you've got like a front tide line that goes from like the point to the point, and then obviously you've got the bay inside, and then you've got a second tide line out a bit further. So I'll probably put the big bait out into that one, and then put the small baits out just in close. I might get a pollock, wrasse, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the plan of action for today. Obviously, thank you all again, guys. The channel's doing really well. All you subscribers, everyone that keeps coming back and viewing the channel, thank you very much. Yeah, we're going somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere. So I'm really happy about that. So I thought I'd come out and do a quick session for you guys. I'll probably drop it Friday because I'm not here for the weekend. And then back out fishing again, maybe Monday, Tuesday, somewhere else. I was going to take the hour drive and go all the way up to Jacob's Ladder because I haven't fished there yet. But I decided now I'll keep local, as it is dry and it's nice. We've got a really soft wind today, so the water's really flat, and hopefully we'll get you a few fish out. But yeah, other than that, let's get some baits on, shall us? Oh, sorry about the angle, it's a bit dodgy, like the rocks aren't very even where I am, so obviously if you do come down, do take precautions of where you're fishing. I'm not going to say where it is, because you know, I don't want to be liable for anyone hurting themselves getting down here. Said, oh, OnlyFins told me where it is, and I went down there and hurt myself. Right, there's a bit of a better angle, I think. Oh, just get myself sturdy. Ah, that's it, there we go. Right, so obviously, like I said, I've got a mixed bag. Wrigglers, they're doing 100 grams, and I think it's 100 and 200 gram packs of mixed sand eels. So that's what I'll be using today. You know, they're not bad eels at all. You know, size-wise, they're like mediums, smalls. There's a few larges in there as well. So best of both worlds, or three worlds, whatever you want to say it. Obviously, head, tail. Just got size 1s on here, guys. So just gonna nip that through there, through the tail end, just so we can line it up with a shank. That's the ticket. Right. A little bit of elastic. I am using heavy elastic, guys. There's going to be a lot of crab activity. This rig here with the smaller baits on, I'm probably going to have to reel in quite often, but hopefully we can pick ourselves up a few fish. We might even get a couple of mackerel on this today. I have seen it done, so yeah. And I do want to start trying to use different rigs, because, you know, as you all know, you know, my favourite is the pulley pennel with a pair of size 5s. But we have got to get out of that habit because we do end up missing some smaller fish and some different species that are in the area. So, yes. Oh, there we go. That's a lovely eel there. Snip. Snip. Small bait, small hooks. And yeah, hopefully we can get a few more fish in this video. I haven't had a lot of luck lately. Obviously, we went down the cliffs, down a bit further down the coast, and I managed to get a bull ass out. But other than that, I haven't had anything. So today would be nice just to get a few fish, even if just a few dogfish, something like that, just to get a bend in the rod. Would be nice to get something a bit bigger. I will put a really big bait out later, because you do get some massive congers here. Not sure on how I'm going to land it yet. Tide is coming in, so hopefully if I get it on the top of the tide, it shouldn't be too difficult, and we can pull it up in between a few rocks and get the fingers in the gills and bring it up. But there you go. So that's the loop rig, 2 sand eels. Just put a lead on that, ready to go. There's a fair bit of tide out there, guys, so probably going to be using 6-ounce leads to start. If that doesn't hold, I'll probably be using some 7s. But we are going to use rotten bottoms today because it's quite rough. Even though we're hitting out over the top onto the sand, you know, if we get a good fish on, brings us down into the rocks, you know, at least we've got a chance of dropping the lead and getting the fish in. So, oh, here we go, the big pair of size 5s. I'm just going to start with a squid bait first, I think. Let the bluey defrost a bit so it's a bit more manageable. Oh, lovely squid these. These are from Wrigglers too. Obviously, as you all know, if you have been following, all my frozen baits are from Wrigglers. They're really good people. They will sort you out a good deal as well. You know, drop them a message on Facebook, or they have got a website, wrigglers.com. Go on there. They're good prices, good quality bait, and very good for time as well. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. There's actually, there we go, look. God. Anyone think I've got a phobia of those? There's wasps everywhere down here. Obviously not a lot of people come down here. You know, like I was saying before, you do have to climb, so, you know, it's not everyone's favourite place to go. There's no rubbish here whatsoever. So that's just another indication of not a lot of people being down here. But this session's for me granddad, because I know he's watching now, and yeah, just to take him back in time a little bit, so when he used to fish these sort of marks, and remind him of what sort of fishing we got down here, and if it still fishes. I mean, I haven't fished it for years, so hopefully we can get a few out, and yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. I will give you a good pan around in that in a minute, show you what the view is, what I'm talking about. But yeah, there you go, guys. Obviously, big squid bait. We've got a double sand eel. I'm going to get some leads on now, whack them out to the horizon, and hopefully get us a few fish in a bit. That's a bite all day. Come on then, bays. Let's get that second rod out. That one went a fair distance, to be fair. Casting's coming on. We're up. Like I said, guys, just finished work, so going to grab a bit of munch in a minute. We'll have a look what we got, shall we? From the old Tesco's. Actually, I think I went to Asda's. It might have been Asda's. Actually, I think I'm just going to flop this one over the top because that one's right. See what happens. We're up quite high anyway, so we're going to get a fair distance. So let's see what we've got. Yeah, plenty of depth out there. Tide is still coming in as well. We're only about halfway up the tide, so with any luck, we'll get us a few monsters tonight. Right, let's get this away. Bosh, right then, guys. Both rods are out now, so time to have a quick munch. We've got the triple chicken. Do you know what I mean? I've got to eat chicken, bodybuilding and all that. You know how it is. And then we got, to top that off for dessert, we've got 4 egg custards. You know what I mean? Not everyone likes these, and not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they're proper naughty. So yeah, I'll smash all 4 of them. And then to wash it down, we've got the Punch Monster today. They didn't have a lot of variety in there, to be fair. But, you know, a little bit disappointed. I do love the Aussie lemonade, but yeah, none of them. So anyway, we're going to get you on the tips now. And hopefully we'll get a few bites from the camera and see if we can't reel you in a few fish. Right then, people, I'm going to sit back, chill, relax, and take in the scenery, and yeah, in a bit. As you can see, rods are out straight off the end. So I'll climb down there, and hopefully I should be able to land the fish down there. Obviously, it's a bit more climbing, but it is what it is. And then obviously where I'm fishing from, if you turn around, there you go. Look, you got that's Long Quarry off the end. Look at that for absolute scenes. Do you know what I mean? There is a little cave under there. Don't know if you can see it very well, but it goes right back. Every now and again you get a few seals in there, just chilling on them rocks. But yeah, as you can see down there, it's really clear today. It's very deep, very rocky. And yeah, so if you do come down, like I said, if you know where it is or you find out where it is, just make sure you do look after yourselves and take time coming down. Try not to hurt yourselves. Right then, people, back to the fishing. Let's hope we can get these tips bending, boys, and hopefully we don't get stung. There's millions of wasps here. In a bit. Right, so the rod's been out now for about, I don't know, about half an hour or so. So I'm gonna reel the loop rig in and see what the damage is. If it hasn't been touched, what I'll do is I'll just drop it back out. But I'm not going to cast it this time. I'm just going to drop it off the edge of the reef and see if we can get some of the smaller species, or maybe even I don't know, like a dogfish or a bullass might be in close, or maybe a strap conger. I don't think we're going to get anything till dark, but you never know. You never know. So just reel this one in now. I'm not using ratchets just because I'm sat right next to my rods. So. Yeah, there's definitely nothing on there anyway. But I don't want to be having both rods out far and then overcasting all the fish. So obviously we're already quite far off the mainland anyway. So you never know, there might be fish just off the edge. And I've noticed a few bait fish down there as well, so you never know. Looks like the baits might still be on there. Oh, a bit tangled. So I don't really like this loop rig very much. I do get tangled. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I haven't made it myself and it's a Sakuma jobby, but yeah. Not slating Sakuma or anything, but it's like 3 or 4 times I've reeled this rig in before. Well, these rigs, and yeah, they always seem to be a bit tangled. So. Don't know if anyone else has that problem. It's just me being lazy, really. I should just tie my own rigs, but then I can't blame anyone else then, can I? Come on. I'm not even gonna clip it up. Ooh, hooks are nice and sharp. Literally just gonna put it over the edge. like so. Da-da-dee, da-da-da. Da-da-dee, da-da-da. There we go, people. Hopefully, anything smaller seen close by we'll look at, but yeah. Every time I seem to cast that rig, I don't know if there's a special way of casting it or it's just a crap rig that I bought. Probably just a crap rig that I bought. Just seems to get tangled. So you never know. You never know. It might work, might not. If it keeps getting tangled, I'll just change it over. I've got a little Turk flapper as well, so if I'm not going to hit it at the distance, I might as well put that on. Right. Anyway, let's get back to the fishing in a bit. Gosh, right then, people. There you go. Look, we've got a bit of bluey and a bit of squid there. Just wrapping it up, making a bait ready for when I bring the big rod in a minute. I was just thinking, guys, obviously if you haven't watched the channel, I do like to get around a little bit, so if there's any of you that are watching, if you want to see me fish any certain venues that either you can't get to anymore, you can't fish, or that you'd like to, that you've stopped fishing or whatever, and that you'd like to see me fish, then drop a comment in below and I'll have a look at it. 9 times out of 10 I'll probably try to get a session in there. Yeah, we're always up and down the coast, so if you know of any marks that might produce some good fish or whatever, and you want to see me fish it, just drop it in the box below, and we'll see what we can do. Well, we'll try and make it happen, to be fair. Me and Chris like to try new places all the time anyway. Chris is the guy I normally fish with. I've been doing a bit of fishing with Sea Angling Adventures lately, and they've been taking me to some new good spots. But yeah, if there's any venues out there, guys, that haven't fished yet on my channel and that you want to see me fish, drop it in the bottom, and yeah, we'll try and get out to them. Right, just getting this bait nice and wrapped for the big bait rod, and we'll bring that one in a minute and give it a little check. But, yeah, lovely job. There you go, look, nice squid and bluey wrap. Plenty of juice on there. The bluey's really oily, so just gives it that extra bit of scent, so maybe get us a bite a bit faster. Hopefully we don't blank today, guys. You know, if we do, we do, but hopefully we don't, because we've been putting a lot of effort in lately and we haven't had a lot of reward. But yeah, it's what it is, I suppose. There's fish aren't there, the fish aren't there, are they? But the fish should be there, so I'm not really, I don't understand why I'm not getting the fish, but you know, you can't have it every time, can you? This is the reality of fishing, really. Obviously, you see people that go out and they go to like quite common marks and catch fish all the time. I mean, to be fair though, I've been up Chesil and things like that. I haven't had very many fish out. I've had a few fish out up there, but nothing mega. But, hopefully tonight it kicks off and we can get you something good for the camera. If not, you know, I'm just going to keep trying again anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is how I fish all the time anyway. So I don't change anything. I literally, before I started YouTube, I just used to go 3 or 4 times a week, just fishing. And yeah, sometimes you don't get anything for like, I've had, sometimes I haven't had a fish for like a week or 2. And then you get another session where you have like 10 in one session. And it could be the same venue, same sort of conditions. Just the fish are feeding that day for some reason and they weren't on the other. We have managed to get here about 3 hours before high water, so we are going to fish up over the top and then down. We might even fish it all the way down. But I am feeling a little bit of rain, so I'm not sure whether I want a chance going back up the cliff in the wet, in the dark. But if it does hold off and just spits, we'll stay till dark. And yeah, that should produce at least a Congo or a nice bullace or something. But like the other day, I did a video the other day with a subscriber, proper geezer as well. You know, I really enjoyed myself. We were just, to be fair, we were more like chatting about like previous fishing trips and like how the channel works and things like that. And just getting to know him really, and I really enjoyed myself. He enjoyed himself as well. He dropped me a message in the morning. Yeah, sadly I didn't get to go back out with him. Been up and down, doing loads of different little bits and that. So, but yeah, when I get back from London over the weekend, we've got a few trips booked in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get you some fish out. But I think next weekend we're travelling a few hours, so there's plenty of fish coming out up there. So we'll definitely get some next week, hopefully. Yeah. If not, we're out here, we're enjoying ourselves. I've just finished my lunch. I've got a fresh bait ready to go. Obviously the other rod, the right hand rod, is in close now. I'm going to keep that one in close. It is quite tempting, I know. Like, obviously now I can cast a little bit, and I've got the rods and the reels to do it. Everywhere I seem to go now, I just want to hit it. And it's good to be able to do that in certain situations. But I have found lately, when I've been fishing with a lot of people that aren't casting as far, they're getting more bites. So I have got to learn just to pull one rod back a little bit and then let the other rod out, and find where the fish are first, and then either bring both rods in or put both rods out. I think that's the best way to go from now on. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it looks nice. It's overcast, which is a bonus. The water is really clear, which is a shame. It has been blowing southwesterly all week, so I thought it would be a little bit of colour in the water, but unfortunately there isn't. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of weed today. I haven't seen any floating around or anything like that, which is a bonus. Hopefully it brings us a fish. Right then, I'm going to get that other rod back in and get a new bait on it, and see if that can't do some damage in a bit. Right, well, just missed my first fish. The close in rod literally just bang, doubled over, hit into it. Obviously a congas grabbed hold of it and took it into the rocks, but obviously I only had the loop rig on, so yeah, bit straight through, so I lost the lead, everything. I'm going to tie a new shock leader because it was all really rough from where it had been in around the rocks. So yeah, here we go. Here goes nothing. I've got a bit ahead of myself, so I've already tied my loop off onto my main line. So then you just push the shock leader through. Oh, there we go. Pinch it at the bottom, which leaves you a little loop on the other side of your thumb and finger. Round 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why I counted that out loud, I don't know. And then this bit of line goes back through the loop, and then just slowly pull it down, making sure you keep this nice and straight. Little bit of lube, and then pull that one down nice and tight. And then obviously get both ends, give it a good pull. Don't cut the tag ends till after you pulled it tight, because sometimes it can slip, or yeah, it just breaks. But obviously once it's tight, it's tight. That there's not coming undone. I wouldn't normally tie another shock leader, but it was so rough from where it was like dragging through the rock. Yeah, thought I'd get another one out, and I thought it was a quick chance to show you how to tie it anyway. Right, just gonna grab the scissors, bear with. Oh, yeah. Right, back over we go. Obviously then we just cut it close, but not too close, because you don't want it catching your eyes on the way through. Put those bits in your pocket, put it in your bag for later, and then all you do then is literally take your rod. Can't believe it, I'm still shaking. Missed the first fish, gutted, but means they're there, so hopefully we should get another one. Then just slowly reel then. And what you want is, once the shock leader knot is down to your spool, keeping the shock leader knot to the left or the right, so when you're casting, it doesn't cut your thumb. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 turns of the reel, so you got it on there 4 times, and then just cut it off, put your next rig on, and away you go, you're back fishing. Right, anyway, I'm gonna get another rig ready, and yeah, in a bit. Well, you're right then. So, got another little rig made up. I'm actually gonna run just a small running ledger. I'll go for it now with you quickly. It's really quick to set up. Obviously, I'll just tie a clip off. Well, it's more like a stinger rig, a bolt rig, or whatever you want to call it. But I'll tie a clip off to my main line, and that never comes off again. Obviously, I just reel that straight from my eyes, so next time I go fishing, my rod's ready to go. I can just thread that through the eyes, clip a rig on, and away we go with fishing. Right, so quickly go through the rig. It's literally a bit of hook length, about 30 centimeters, nothing crazy. Slightly bigger hook. We've got a 3/0 on there instead of the 1/0s, and then I've got this tiny little size 2 circle in the back, just to sit in the back of the bait, just in case it takes it from the top. Obviously, if the conkers are down there, I've got a lot more chance of hooking it with this. And this is a 100-pound leader, so should be able to land it. Yeah, and then that runs to just a normal swivel, then a bead. Ooh. Then some people use a link clip. I use one of them. I don't know what it is, probably the same thing, but. And then another bead on the other side just to protect the knot, and then a swivel, and then you just clip that on, clip your lead on, and away you go. So the tide isn't running very fast, so I am going to use a 5-ounce lead. This is going to be dead to the bottom as well, so yeah, literally clip your lead on, get your main line, clip your main line, and I think that rig there just took me like not even 5 minutes to put together. Usually you should have a load made up. I know a lot of other people do, like Andy and that, are ready to make go, but obviously this was a last minute weekday session, and there you go. Simple rig, simple but effective, and hopefully it'll get us a fish. Now I'm just going to put a bit of bait on that one and get it sent out in a bit. Right guys, so the rods are on ratchet, so I'm just going to have a little look around. I did this nosy down here, so down here, oh, I don't need my hands, I don't think. My laces are tied up nicely. Bear with. Yeah, so I was thinking, I've just bought obviously a LRF rod, I've been talking about it. So I was wondering, for all you LRF people out there, do you think that this looks like there will be a good spot? So obviously you've got that cove round there, round here. I don't know if you can see, but under the water there, there's another big bit of reef. And then if you come down onto this corner piece of rock, there's a big bay there. It's quite shallow with some big reefs. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. But also, if we just climb back up here a second. Oh. Sorry if I'm huffing and puffing, guys. I'm not the fittest of people. Oh. Yeah, if we come along here. Obviously, you've got that little crevice down there. Down here, you've got a bit more reef. I'll walk around and take you. It's like a big flat platform here. Obviously, you've got to climb all the way back up there to get down here. But whoops. Yeah, I was just wondering whether this would be like a good place for like LRF fishing. This is what it looks like down the other side. There's rope there, obviously where people have been climbing down here. Keep an eye on the rods, even though the ratchets are on. Don't want to go losing them, do we? Oh. Yeah, obviously you've got that bit down there, it's very deep. And then you've got some more rocks down there, and then obviously to the beach. But yeah, I'm fishing all the way over there. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there they are, look. Nothing happening on the tips yet, by yours. But yeah, obviously it's quite high from the water. But there is a nice platform to land your fish down there, so. But yeah, if you think this is a good place to do a bit of LRF fishing, drop a comment below and I'll bring the rods down. I've seen a few small, what I think are pollock, some small fish down in the kelp at the very bottom when it was low water. So yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know what you're thinking in a bit. Bosh, right then, guys. You join me back here on the rocks of South Devon. Unfortunately, still no fish. The rods have been a bit tipless, but yeah, they're the laziest rod tips I've ever bought. So just gonna cut this bluey down the middle. As you can see, it has well and truly defrosted. same with the squid. Straight down the middle. One bigger than the other. Just because obviously I've got some smaller hooks on the other side. So, right then. Snip through there. Like so. Bait elastic. Bluey, squid. Give it a girt wrap. I was going to bring mackerel, but I thought, no, we'll do bluey tonight. Yeah. I'm definitely thinking about bringing my lure rod down here. It looks really comfortable fishing. But I've definitely seen a few fish down between the rocks and the reefs and that. So yeah, hopefully that'll be a good shout. Oh, there we go. Got a bite. Is that a bite? Yeah, there we go. Got a bite. Right hand rod. Oh, my hands are messy. Sorry, love. I'm going to use my trousers. Yeah, that's a definite bite. Woohoo! Right on cue as well. Just let him take that bait right back. Pick it up and give it a little feel. Wonder what it is. That's a triple sand deal, that was. What it is. Hopefully we land this one. Feels like he might be on. Yeah. Give it a little whack. Yeah, we've definitely got a fish on there, guys. Hopefully it doesn't come off. First fish of the evening. Just as we were just about to reel in. The rods haven't moved all day. Well, all evening. Oh, have I just dropped it? I hope not. I think I might have just dropped. No, I think it's on there. Come on. Fish on, baby! Whew. It has been a minute. I think it's only a dogfish. But a fish is a fish, guys. Come on. We are fishing for fish. So we got one. Up the bay. Ideal. Woo. Bang. There you go, that's on that little stinger rig. As you can see, well, you can't yet, but you will. Obviously, oh, it always pays to have a, stay still. A pennel hook. As you can see there, it's caught just in the top of that pennel hook. They are a killer, those little size 2 circles. And they do normally nail a fish. If it takes the bait in, they don't normally be able to spit it back out. There we go. Slide that down there a second. Just about to change the baits as well. We ain't had any action. And there you have it. Oh, calm down. There you have it. First fish of the day. It's only a dogfish. You know what they're like. They don't like to move. Woo. On the fish, boys and girls. Come on then. You got to smile for the camera or what? Calm down. They're just pure muscle, these. It's a very long and thin one. But yeah. It's working. What we're doing is working. He is bleeding a little bit in the mouth. It's just from where he was hooked in the corner. Well, he's saying he was lightly hooked, so he'll heal fast. But yeah, we got one. We're beating the blank. Right, we're going to get this little chap back now. Put that blue squid wrap out that I just made up. And hopefully we'll get many more in a bit. Well, as you just seen, it's not going to be a fishless video, is it? Bosh. Right then. As that fish quite rudely interrupted me while I was making the bluey and squid wraps, I actually had that one on the triple sand deal, but I've made these baits now, so I'm going to put them out. If I don't get a touch on these, I'll reel them in and we'll put a double or a triple sand deal out, depending on the size of them. Yeah, like I was saying, it's always good, that little hook in the back. For some reason, when I use this rig, 80% of the fish that I catch, I always get on the pennel hook, which is ideal. But yeah, so that's that. Buzzing. Right, I'm gonna get that back, and yeah, put this bait out, and hopefully get you a few more. Right then, rod and fish. Let's get them bays in a bit. Right, that's fresh baits on both the rods now. Obviously now we've had a fish for the camera, which I'm very pleased about. We haven't got a blank. We have been blanking for a bit, but hopefully there's many more. I am sort of hoping for a nice sized conger or a nice sized bullace, but obviously you are going to have to fish through the dogfish to get them. But I am happy we've had the dogfish at least. Yeah, it's been really hard lately down on this bit of coast. I don't know why. I think even for dogfish, you know, usually you get at least 1 or 2 a session. Sometimes you can get 30 a session. You've seen it before on the channel. But yeah, recently the fishing hasn't been great. Well, not for me personally. It might have been for a few others, but yeah, I just haven't seemed to find the fish. But yeah, so we're on the fish today. That one was for you, Grandad. Hey, we got you one out, Boyle. But yeah, hopefully we get something a lot bigger. Maybe something like a nice huss in around the £10 mark. That would be really nice. You do get them down here quite often. Also, you do get a lot of congers in the double mark, but I mean, anything over £5–6 would be ideal. I know I'm wishing for a lot, but I mean, yeah. If not, maybe 2 or 3 more fish for the camera, and that'd be good. I keep saying ideal. I don't know where I got that from, but yeah. I keep looking at the tips now. That's because I wasn't looking a minute ago, and I turned around. We had a bite. It was probably biting away in the background while I was doing the bait up, but yeah, pretty mad that was all right. Yeah, other than that, I mean, wind's dropped completely. There's no, as you can see out behind me, it's like a sheet of glass. You can't even see the tide line, it's so flat. There is a fair bit of tide out there though, so obviously that is in our favour. Other than that, the beach is now emptied. Everyone's gone home. We've got about an hour till darkness, and I've decided I am going to stay on until darkness because I've got a good feeling. I mean, there's fish about here, so you know, I've got a good feeling that we can hook into something nice. If not, I mean, the longer I'm out, the better I'll sleep anyway. So yeah. Yes, up the bays. Right, other than that, is there anything else to say, really? I mean, obviously we've been through rigs, we've been through bait. I mean, with fishing, there's not really a lot you could talk about. I mean, obviously I've had a great week at work. Hope you've all had a lovely time. But I mean, really, once you've been through the rods, the reels, for those of you that are new to the channel, I do use the Zoltron XT435s and the Fathom casting specials. Obviously rods and reels. Shock leader, I use Tronex. Yeah, and then obviously I went through my reels when we started. My reels, my rigs, what baits we're using, and other than that, it's literally just cast in, reeling in, cast in, reeling in, and just waiting for a bite, really, sitting around. All I really do is just sit here, just thinking, chilling, enjoying my peace and quiet. You know, I know a lot of people out there, you know, it's hard for them to just enjoy their self, like being by themselves, but I really do just enjoy being by the bank. It's nice. It is nice to get out on your own every now and again. I love going out with my friends, having a laugh on the bank and stuff. But you know, when you're on your own, you can really get into some deep thoughts, and yeah, just relax on the bank. Right then. To be fair, actually, I think I got a naughty sausage roll in my bag. One that I left in there earlier. So I think I'm going to get a bit more food in. Get some baits made up just in case it kicks off for the dogfish later, because they can be a nightmare. As soon as the tide starts to run, you seem to get like, they come in like waves. You'll get loads and then you'll get none and then you'll get loads. But yeah, hopefully it kicks off and we get a good session in. Right then, anyway, hopefully I'll bring him back with the fish. If not, we'll have a little chat anyway, and yeah, let's get to it in a bit. Oi, welcome back, people. Right, well, just thought I'd give you a little update. I haven't had any bites since that last one. I have noticed two seals though. So yeah, not so good. But oh, this elastic is not that great. So I'm just wrapping all these up now. I've got like, I don't know, 8 sand eels here. So I'm just wrapping them together. You don't need to use that many, but you know, these are small. So I've wrapped up about 8 together to make a nice big bait. And yeah, we're going to bring the smaller hooks in a minute, because the bluey and squid don't seem to be getting touched. But obviously we had that fish on the sand eel, so there you have it. I'll put that on my hooks, wrap it on, cut the tails and the heads off, and away we go, boys and girls. But yeah, it's always good to have some baits ready, prepared. Little dance on the old edge of the cliffs and that. Oh, got a few, oh, my hands are minging, I ain't got a towel. You know what? I'm going to cut it there. We're just going to go wash my hands down on the water, because that there, look at that, look. Absolutely gooey, that is. Plenty of scent on that bait, so we're going to reel that rod in, whack it on, and hopefully that gets us a fish in a bit. Oh, it's right then, people. Well, as I was casting that rod out, I just had a message come through from the young lad I was fishing with the other night. He's at the same mark. He's just managed to land himself a little strap conger. Only about this sort of size, but he's literally just sent me a couple of pictures with it. So one with it, one of the fish, and one of them, the actual picture of the fish, it's got a wasp on it. So they must be everywhere. Do you know what I mean? There's wasps all over the place. But yeah, I'll throw them in after this clip. Big ups as well, do you know what I mean, for getting one. I know it's not a mega one, but I hope you get a bigger one later on. If you do, show us a picture like I'm talking to him, as if. Yeah, if he does get a bigger one and sends it to me, I'll throw that in as well. You know what I mean? It's always good to see people doing well, especially when you know them. And obviously we only fished the other night, so yeah, well pleased for him. He's chuffed with it as well. It's the first fish he's had out. Well, he had a mackerel the other day, but obviously on the bait fishing. So yeah, banging. Glad he got one out. He did lose a big one, to be fair, the other night, so you never know, he might land us a big one, and I'll throw that in after. But yeah, other than that, I ain't had another bite yet. We are just at high water now, so the tide's slackened off a little bit. Hopefully, as it goes into darkness, it should start running a lot more on the way out. Normally, I'm probably going to fish it about 3 hours down, and yeah, hopefully we get us a nice one out. I mean, I don't see why there wouldn't be a nice big conger lying around in these rocks. Hopefully more than one, but yeah, just the one would be nice. Yeah, so hopefully they're not all straps. But yeah, big ups, well done for catching that fish, mate. I'll throw it in after this. And yeah, right, anyway, I'll best get back to sorting my bits and bobs out in a bit. Right there, people. Boosh. Basically, I've got a little change of tactics now. Obviously, as it's starting to get a bit darker, the light's falling away. I've put the rods in a bit closer. Not really close, maybe about 25, 30 foot off the edge. I haven't dropped them right in, but just off the edge of the reef. So hopefully, obviously we had that bite earlier on a smaller rig, which was definitely a conger. Took me right in the rocks and smashed me up, but I'll put it just a little bit further out, so this time, hopefully I can get a chance to get on the rod, lift the conger out of the rocks before it ruins all my shock leader and everything. But yeah, that's the plan of action I've decided. Obviously, we'll still get husk there. There's a lot of water there. It's very deep. But I think because I'm belting out onto the sand, there doesn't seem to be a lot of fish out on the sand. So I'll pull them a bit closer, and yeah, we'll see if that makes a difference. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But obviously, as it's getting darker, hopefully the congers will start coming out of the rocks, and yeah, we'll nail one. Or something. Anything. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Well, I've just been speaking to Northie on the phone, and he hadn't had a bite since, so I've got a few people. I've got a few friends out fishing tonight. I've got a couple down Dawlish. They're just like feather fishing and that. They've had a few mackerel down there. So, you know, if you want some mackerel or whatever, there's definitely a few down there. Got a mate fishing in Brixham. He's getting mackerel down there. He's had a couple of dogfish as well, so yeah, it seems like a good night for it. But other than that, just gonna keep an eye on these rods, just in case one of them buckles over, and hopefully bring it back with a fish. Right, anyway, in a bit. Bosh, right then people, as you can see it's getting dark. Just got the light out of my bag. So, haven't had any touches since. Got a naughty little pepperami. Gonna munch down on that. But one other bad news. Battery's on 10%. So, you know, I thought I'd go into the bag, get the battery pack out to charge it. I've only gone and left it in the car, and so unfortunately, after I fish these rods out, this will be the end. You know, I preached in my last couple of videos about safety and stuff like that. I am down a cliff. I know it's not mega dangerous, it is dry and stuff like that, but you know, if I do run out of battery and I have a fall or something like that and I can't call anyone, yeah, I'm pretty stuffed. I'm going to be down here on my own, and as I said before, not a lot of people come down here, so yeah, I wouldn't see anyone. I wouldn't be able to shout to anyone to the beach till the morning, so yeah, probably not the best idea. And I know some people will be sat there like, oh well, you know, I'd stay there. I get that, do you know what I mean? And normally I would, but you know, it's not worth risking it, you know, when I could just, while it's still a little bit light, pack the rods down, slowly make my way back up, because obviously the later it gets, the more tired I get, the more silly mistakes you make. And yeah, if I get stuck down here with like a broken ankle or something like that, and no contact to anyone, yeah, it wouldn't be very nice. And I've just run out of food and just about to eat my last pepperami. So unfortunately, guys, on that note, my bad, I'm gonna have to cut this one short, but you know, at least we got a fish out of it. And yeah, we'll be back out again next week. Hopefully do 2 in the week and then 1 on the weekend. We've got a big one planned on the weekend, so yeah, it should be fun. Well, I hope you've enjoyed yourself, guys, because I have. And yeah, if I don't see you before, I'll see you after. And if not, I'll see you on the bank in a bit.